Hey guys, Al here, bringing you build order for the Ayyubids this time, and we will be working with the industry wing because I have found that there are more ways than one to play the Ayyubids, and at least that has worked for me, who plays around in Conqueror level. I don't know if it will work in like the top level, but at least up to Conqueror it works. So the industry wing is the one that offers you 300 wood in feudal or 600 in castle and 1000 in imperial. But we will be using it for going to feudal, and I will actually be showing you two different ways to do it. One aggressive build and one to town center build. So we're gonna start off with the aggressive build. So you start off, you send 6 workers strict off to build a mill, and then you're gonna split up. So you have 3 workers on this patch, 1 on this patch, and once these are finished, they will go and help out with that. So you split them up onto their patches. Town center will be set to gold. First villager that comes out will build a mine, and then you can queue up a house just to see, so you get the connection of the buildings. But then set him to gold again, and then the next villager goes out to the house and then to the gold. Since you open berries, you want to be aggressive with your scout, so try and check his side out and steal his sheep. After 2 on gold, you set TC to sheep. With this villager, you can queue up the House of Wisdom, but remember, just hold Shift and then place down the House of Wisdom, and then just click him on the sheep again so he doesn't go there. The next villager will go out to the House of Wisdom and then back to sheep. Next villager will be sent to gold. If you can, try to make this House of Wisdom so that it doesn't block the pathing of the villager, but here I felt like I needed to put it so I could connect all the buildings. Once you have 3 on gold, you rally TC back to sheep. Once you have 3 on sheep, so a total of 9 on food, you're gonna set TC to this astragal tree and then to the wood line, and try to check out the gold, so you're able to cash in once it goes below 3,900. Pull the trigger on the H up, and then move the villagers from sheep to the straggler tree. And then you rally straggler and then to woodline. And you will be leaving these 6 villagers on food just to stack up. Once you get 5 on the straggler, you're gonna set TC to the woodline instead. Build a lumber camp. Speed this up a bit. Next villager builds a house, then goes to woodline. As soon as you're able to, get wheelbarrow. And once you get 8 on wood, you're gonna set TC to sheep again. You could, if you wanted to, you could set it to berries as well to get the increased gather rate, but since these berries are gonna be gone in a while, you might as well have some villagers on sheep, so once you run out, you don't yes, you still have some workers on food. Personal preference, I like to keep some on sheep, some on berries. With the food villager, right before age up, you want to build at least one more building. I prefer to build a house, since I'm gonna spam a lot of units. So I prefer to build a house so I don't get blocked later. But you can, of course, if this patch is mined out, you can put a mill, an extra mill down here, so you get less walk distance here. But I prefer putting down a house. And you should age up around 415 with this build. So the first thing you want to do, now you got the 300 wood and you got 90 extra from the villagers. You're gonna put down a lot of production. So you go archery, and this is like the standard for most civs. So you go archery, barracks. And you're gonna queue up double broadaxe as soon as you got to go for it. There we go. So you see, we are closing in on the 5-minute mark, and you already got 2 production buildings going, and soon you have there. Right before the 5-minute mark, you have 3 production buildings. You have wheelbarrow about to finish. You have double broadaxe on the way, and you also got the golden tier, 10% gather rate for all villagers. So from here, it's a lot about spamming units and pressuring the opponent. So while going for the industry wing for 300 wood might not seem like a big thing, you might think that getting the villagers is a better trade, and yeah, in the long run it's better. But the tempo you gain from doing this, it's like, think about Delhi perhaps, that can spam out a lot of units really early. You can do the same with this. But you have double comp with this. If you compare it to like English, the 300 wood is the same as the council hall. It's just that you have to build the buildings first. But then at the same time you already have economic techs, and you have the golden age gather bonus, and you also were able to mine during age up, so you are still ahead. So it's like a better English. The strength with the council hall is the tempo you gain, so it's the same here. You gain a lot of tempo from going the industry. Once you have 4 on food, you're gonna set TC back to wood again, so you have a total of 10 on food, and that will be enough to produce archers, villagers, and spearmen. I like to gather up around 5 archers and 2 spearmen before I move out. Here I upgraded the hardened before I got the second spearman. You should get the second spearman first and then get the hardened, so you can move out together. There we go, 5 archers, 2 spearmen. Where go? Now we can set the production forward instead. Set it to the opponent's base and just rally units there. Getting horticulture with the next 100 gold. And once you've gotten double broadaxe, once you've gotten clicked the horticulture, all houses and stuff will be built with the gold villagers, since you mostly need food and wood at this point. And now just try to go to the opponent's side, do damage. So yeah, look at it this way, like every villager you kill puts you one villager ahead. So instead of you getting three villagers from the economic wing, you are able to kill villagers from the opponent, and that's one of the strengths with it. And you're just fully spamming units at this point. Next goal is to get the blacksmith without cutting unit production. As you can see, your goal is you're getting the phalanx upgrade. So the next goal you want to use is for the +1s from the blacksmith. Get in the blacksmith, and as it becomes ready, you will have the gold you need to get the first upgrade. And note, you're 7:30 into the game, and you have what it is, 18 units and more coming. Keep on rallying to the wood line until you have around 20. Get your houses. Now this depends on what the unit the opponent goes for. If he goes for like his own archers, maybe you would get iron undermesh, since it helps both your spear and your archers. But most of the times I like to go for steeled arrow, unless there's a second TC. Then I would get the iron undermesh first and then build a ram. So yeah, playing versus AI, you know, it's they don't behave like normal people, neither should you lose your scout like I did here. But alright, so we're 8:30 into the game, and it's time to bring it to Ram Town. So in the long run, you haven't gained a lot of economy. It's more or less an all-in, this build. I'm not planning to go castle, I'm planning to end it here in feudal, since I got so many units, and I'm able to pressure the opponent, starve him from food sources, keep him locked up in his base, and then finish him off with a ram. But you can quite easily just transition to castle if that happens as well. Just put a few more workers on food and a few more on gold, and you're good to go. And this is what I was talking about. So now my berries run out. Now I can, if I have a second berry patch close, I could send them there, or I can send them back to sheep. But since only from 10 workers on food, I have enough to constantly produce. I have some surplus, but now I can send these back to sheep, I think. But you should be having full map control with this build, so you can go for any food source you like. Alright, so adaptations. If you're up against English, of course skip the barracks, go for a stable instead. Otherwise you do the same thing. You need to get I think it is 12 workers on food to get horsemen plus archers. So before rallying back to woodline, get a few more on the sheep. And yeah, playing versus the French, I mean, you can go the same. Maybe add some desert raiders. Put another villager or two on gold, and get some desert raiders to debuff the knights, and also the desert raiders deal pretty well with the knights. So you can get maybe a stable and 2 archery, so you can get or go with this setting. It's up to you. Both works. So yeah, that's basically it. You're ramming them down before around 8:30. You will probably finish the game before 12 minutes. Alright, so that's the aggressive build. I'm gonna show you the second one. There's this one. Alright, so the second one is a 2 town center build. And you wanna do this. Ayyubids doesn't have any special benefits like the Abbasids to go for second town center, so they don't have any benefits other than any other civ, I guess. So you don't want to do this versus boom civs like China or Abbasid. But you can do it against most other civs. And I'm gonna show you what is strong about it. So you're gonna start this time, you're gonna start off with sheep instead of berries, because you need to save the wood from the lumber camp, the mill, to build a mining camp later on. But otherwise the build is exactly the same. You can take from these 6 villagers, you can take 5 and put them in a control group for later. The scout this time around, since you're open on sheep, you wanna scout your side of the map to be able to bring sheep back in time. And more importantly, you want to figure out where to put the second TC. So it's important that you scout out your side of the map first. Alright, as I said, the build is pretty the same as the last one, except you're going for sheep. Put in a blueprint, rally back to sheep, and then one more to gold. Alright, so where do you want to put your second TC? Most of the time, most of the time you want to put it behind your base, like in the back, so you don't get it exposed like forward like this. So you want to find a good food source and a second resource. So this is like a dream spawn, where you have deer close to the wood line, you have gold and you have berries. So this is a really good spawn for it. So yeah, once you get enough for age up, you're gonna take the villagers from gold, put them on stone instead. Once you have 9 on food, you set TC to stone. Once you're able to age up, you pull the 5 villagers that you put in a control group and put them on a straggler tree. And you can put them in the pattern from this straggler tree to that straggler tree and then the wood line. And TC will just be set to stone. Right, speeding is up, you're gonna go up to 8 on stone. There we go. Once you have 8 on stone, you can put the blueprints up for a mill and a house. Since once the TC is built, you want to have a little bit of a surplus of food, so you can start producing villagers straight away, since unlike the Abbasid, you don't have sheep or villagers with the upgrade. So you also need to have a surplus of food. So first villager goes to the mill and then to the berries, and the second goes to the house and then to the berries. Keep track of the stone. Once it reaches 850, you wanna cash it in. There we go, and then you send the villagers off to where to build the town center. There we go, 418, a bit later than the last one. I think we're fine. Here, and next villagers from this TC will be rallied to the wood line. These guys keep on chopping. And here you wanna try to kill off the deer while building. And you can see the timing of this town center. That was what I was talking about, because this is against most civs, they won't be able to be aggressive upon this. Like if you're playing against English that pulls out longbows, their longbows should be here about now. So they still have to make it all the way back here. If you got up against French, yeah, sure, he might have a knight here at this point. So, but your town center is ready around 5 to 5:10, so that's pretty quick town center. And that is basically the strength of going for it. On top of that, you're eventually gonna get the golden age, and that's basically the economic benefits of going for it. You have the golden age, and you have a really fast town center. And who would expect it from the Ayyubids, right? Everyone just goes fast castle with Ayyubids. You're also very early able to make production buildings behind your two town centers. And from here you want to balance your economy. Start up with getting more villagers on wood, so you can start getting more production going. Let's speed this up. I'm usually like to, once these are gathering, I pull the villagers off from sheep and put them on gold instead, to be able to get upgrades. When you have some units to defend, go out and protect the villager building a wall like this. You want to wall off your base, so that all of this is super safe. And just play like defensively while booming. So yeah, I guess that is basically it for how to play. Now we just play like any other civ with two town centers, but yeah, as I said, you have a really early second town center, so that's one of the benefits. And depending what the opponents do from here, you can just pull off from, if they are trying to rush castle, just keep on making a few units, but slowly transition to castle yourself. Or if they're trying to all in, just play defensively, and eventually you will have more units than them. Yeah, good stuff. Alright guys, hope you liked these two new ways on how to play with Ayyubids. As I said, I have been playing this whole season and made it up to Conqueror with it, so it's absolutely valid strategy. And yeah, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck and bye.